You're journaling, you're manifesting, you're doing your affirmations, you're meditating, you're reading all of this information online about how to manifest. And here's the thing, you still feel stuck. What if I told you that you feeling stuck or lost is actually your manifestation starting to work? Let's talk about it. Let's jump into it. Because in this video, I'm going to explain to you the process of manifestation and how when you're feeling lost and stuck, it actually means that your reality is about to change and your breakthrough is on the way. So usually when we're trying to manifest, we have something in our mind that we want, we think about it, we visualize it, but there's so much information online nowadays that we create this loop and we feel stuck because we're always researching more, thinking that the manifestation is not working. But the truth is, you are always manifesting. You don't have to learn how to manifest. It's like breathing. You don't have to learn how to breathe. You're always creating things in your reality. Whether you're aware of it or not, you are always manifesting everything. Things around you wouldn't exist if you didn't manifest it into your life. So the key is not trying to learn how to manifest. It's how to focus your attention to create what you want to manifest. Because where focus goes, energy flows, and whatever you put your focus on and your attention to is what expands into your reality, what shows up more. Don't believe me? I'm going to prove it to you. Have you ever noticed when your friend gets a new car, maybe you get a new car, a family member, or there's a car that you really like, and it's in your awareness, the minute you go on the road and you start driving, you start seeing that car show up more often. Or you could just be talking about something and then all of a sudden it shows up in your reality. That's not because it wasn't there or that you manifested it. It's always there. You always can manifest. All the possibilities are always there. It's just your awareness and your attention is thinking about it. So that's what you're going to see show up in your reality. There's everything. There's money all around us. There's poverty all around us. There's health. There's illness. There's everything already exists. But what you choose to focus on is what you start to notice and see play out in your reality all the time. So if you're focused on abundance, focus on making money, if you're focused on things working out for you, you feel good, then you're going to start to notice that more in your reality. Ever notice when you gain momentum and you have this energy and everything just feels like it's amazing and life's perfect, you're on a vacation and you're having the best experience of your life and all of that? That's because that's the way you're looking at it. It's your perspective. It's what you're focusing on. But if you have a bad day, all of a sudden somebody pisses you off and then the rest of the day just plays out and just annoying. People annoy you. You're easily triggered. You start running into problems. You lose your keys. You lose your wallet because you're focused on the negativity in your life. And at that moment, that frequency state starts to create and manifest your reality. So when it comes to vibration and frequency, you have to understand the difference. Your vibration is your current state of emotion because emotions are just energy in motion. This can fluctuate if somebody gets you mad, if somebody gets you happy, if you're excited about something, it changes all the time. But your frequency is what you frequently see. So think about your frequency as your energetic signature because this is the vibrational state that you're in most of the time. And you have to really understand this because this is what's actually creating your reality and manifesting. You could be mad, you could be sad, you're human. We all go through these emotions. Doesn't mean because you're mad or you're in a low vibrational state for a couple minutes or a couple hours that's what's going to manifest in your reality. What's going to manifest and what you're going to see show up for you is how your frequency is because that's what you're sending out to the universe. If we could just instantly manifest, our life would just be in chaos because the minute we get mad, we would have a lot of bullshit show up in our life. Manifestation is a slower process because it gives us time to actually create and be the co-creator of our reality and work with the universe. So all you have to do is focus on what you want in your life. Focus on that new job, that new partner, that new car, whatever it is that you want to manifest in your life right now. And you focus on that enough daily, it will start to change your frequency and it'll start to attract to you. It'll start to align. But here's the thing, the universe is going to have to do all the work in the background and make all the pieces of the puzzle fit. That's why you don't really have to necessarily worry about the how it's going to happen. But you have to just stay aligned with that frequency, knowing you sent your order out to the universe and now it's doing its thing behind the scenes to start aligning and manifesting that into your reality. Where most people get stuck and they feel lost is because they start overthinking it and then they wonder why hasn't it shown up in their reality yet. But that energy that you're putting out of not having it is creating the resistance. The art of letting go, when you let go of something and you know it's already yours and you claim it and you have that energy like it's already done, that's where you actually start to manifest. I like to tell my clients, think about it like this. If you were, if you knew you were going to have $1 million in your bank account next month, 30 days, how would you act? Every day you would not be worrying, you would not be stressed, you would just be aligned, you would be loving life, you would be happy. And because of that energy and that frequency, you would start attracting so much more good things in your life. You would start seeing life from a whole new perspective. But because most people focus on what they don't have, they focus on what they don't want in their life and then what they don't want to see, that's what starts to create more of what they don't want. The universe doesn't understand I want. All it understands is your frequency and your energy. So when you're manifesting, you put out that thought, you put out that idea into the universe. And now you just stay aligned and wait and subtract, act like it's already happening, because when you're in that energy of already having it, that's how you align your frequency to attract it. Most people are chasing money. Most people are chasing love. It's like a relationship. When you're in love with somebody or you're trying to attract somebody, if you come off too needy and you're texting them all the time and you're reaching out all the time and you seem desperate, you're going to repel that person. That person's going to run far away. Same with money, same with anything that you're trying to manifest in your reality. So the key is to not chase, but to attract. When you know it's yours already, like you're already going to purchase that new home and you already signed the papers and all of that, you're not sitting there checking your mail every day, calling the realtor, being annoying and adding stress to the situation. You're laid back knowing, I can't wait. I'm going to buy some furniture. Oh, I can't wait to make my own man cave. My car garage is going to be nice. I'm going to deck it out. I'm going to put some pictures on the wall. You start already knowing it's yours and you start envisioning the things that you're going to do with that manifestation already. So that's the key to manifesting right there, is knowing that it's already yours, it's already done. But the thing is, where most people get lost, most people feel stuck, is they focus too much on the how it's going to happen. You don't have to know how. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of scenarios that worked out in your life and you didn't know how it was going to happen, but it just did. And that's the beauty of co-creating with the universe. There's a movie I watched called The Shifts, the documentary. I highly recommend you watch this. But Wayne Dyer, he is an amazing, actually RIP because he passed away a couple years ago, but amazing philanthropist, psychologist. He's a doctor that talks about the law of attraction, manifestation, and just spiritual laws. And what he says is, in the first 9 months when you're created, when you were a baby, you didn't have to do nothing except exist. Everything was already done for you. Everything was already taken care of you. Everything was already taken care of for you. So why is it that when we get older, we put so much stress on the control? You can never control what's going to happen on a day-to-day. You can walk outside tomorrow and get hit by a bus. You can go tomorrow and meet somebody that will change your life. There's so many different aspects and things that can happen in your life. So why focus so much on trying to control it? All you need to do is stay aligned and keep your frequency, your energy, your vibration correct so that you can attract the things that you want into your life. A big thing that we have to learn, and I have to learn this too, is the art of detachment, surrendering, allowing things to just flow. Because when you are putting up that resistance and you're trying to persist through it, you are creating more of a block for yourself, and that energetic frequency is confused because the universe thinks like, oh, he wants this, but his energy is saying something different. And they're going to go off of, and the universe is going to give you what you're vibrating at, what frequency you're sending to them. That's the language of the universe. It's all energy. We're all energy. Everything's just at a frequency, and you have to be aligned and tune yourself to the things that you want. Think of it like a radio station. You cannot want success that's tuned at 103.5 when you're vibrating at 88.9. You have to change the frequency to align to the music that you want to hear from the universe. Attuning your energy, aligning your frequency, and then letting go and surrendering and knowing that it's already on the way. The reason you feel lost and stuck when you're manifesting is not because you're doing it wrong. The reason is because the universe is working on changing the order, changing the reality that you're currently living in. When you think about the past, you're depressed and you create the current loops and you stay in that loop, in that cycle. But when you change and you start wanting and trying to manifest and align with something different, the old illusion, the old construct of your reality has to break down before the new one can start aligning and correctly happening. That could mean losing your job. That could mean losing your partner. It could be crashing your car, being forced to move to a different city. You never know how it's going to happen, but sometimes you have to be careful what you wish for because you're going to get it. And it might not come in the way that you think it's going to do. It might not come in the way that you think it should, so stop trying to control the outcome and just focus on the positive. Your rejection is God's protection or redirection. So some things, the things that you want, come after all of the chaos and after the tower moments in your life. And that's how you have to look at your life and stay positive and just keep putting out that frequency, because when you are trying to change that energy and you're trying to create a new reality, the universe is going to test you before it blesses you. It's going to put you in a situation to see how you're going to react. Are you going to react from the old version of yourself, or are you going to react from the new version of yourself? And that's how you start being aware of what's going on and then choosing that new version of yourself, reacting from a place of that new you and who you're trying to become. Because if you want to attract $1 million, a new job, a new car, you have to ask yourself, what would that $1 million or that dream car be attracted to? What kind of person do I have to be to attract that? What am I doing wrong right now, or what do I need to improve? Is it discipline? Is it my creativity? Is it my work ethic? Is it my habits? You have to take a clear look at your life and see yourself. How would you act? How would you feel if you were that person that had that manifestation? And that right there is how you manifest. So if you're feeling lost or stuck right now, that's a good sign. Your breakthrough's on the way. All you have to do is focus on what you want. I know there's a lot of noise out there and information. Do affirmations, journal, meditate, go for walks, sun gaze. All of that stuff is helpful. But when you're distracting yourself by so much things, you remember, you're distracting, you're taking your focus away. They call it a distraction because it's literally pulling you away from what you're trying to put your attention to. All it is where your attention goes, your focus goes, energy flows. So if you're going to pick one thing to do that's going to help you manifest what you want, I would say start journaling, or just every morning that you wake up, write down what you want to manifest and what steps you need to take to get there, because it's not just about imagining it. It's about thinking of it and then taking the daily action and becoming the person who is worthy to have that manifestation. So hope that gives you guys some life, some energy, and some clarity to let you know that your breakthrough's on the way. All you have to do is stay aligned, take the right action, and become the version of yourself that is worthy enough to have that what you're trying to manifest. And I will see you guys in the next video.